Hey, I'm Isabel LaRosa, and I'm here chatting with Milky. I grew up with music a lot because my dad is, kind of like a casual jazz musician. And so I grew up singing jazz standards, oddly enough. And my brother played guitar with me, and we would go and sing at jazz jams with my dad playing saxophone and open mic nights and things like that. And then when I was like 7 and Thomas was like 11 years old, Thomas started writing his own music, and then I just wanted to do whatever Thomas did. So then I also started writing songs with him. We just honestly have not stopped from there. That's kind of, it's been doing it for quite a bit now. It's interesting. I think I always try to continue to evolve all the time. I feel like I've become a lot more comfortable with myself, and I feel like I know more of who I am at my core as an artist. And so it feels like I honestly feel so strongly about it because it feels like such a representation of who I am, at least for this moment. But I mean, I've tried so many different things. I've done like hyper pop. I've worn fully pink outfits for videos. And I think that like I just kind of had to experiment to really find the lane that I'm in. So it's fun to really feel comfortable with, the thing that you're putting out there. The album for me talks a lot about, Raven and, the tour name Psychopomp are both about, ravens tend to represent change and also death and rebirth. And so that's a lot of what the album is for me, is talking about like, when things are moving so fast around you, how you cope with that. And also just, death and rebirth and like the afterlife is a very common theme throughout the album for me. But it's fun because I feel like I'm definitely exploring not a different lane, but expanding more in a lyrical sense. And I'm writing about things that have really scared me to write about in the past. So I'm very excited about it. The body of work as a whole to me feels just like an accurate representation of my life as of the past while. It's cool listening to it in order because I feel like there are songs that I've written a while ago, and then there are songs that I've written like a month ago that are on it. And so it's interesting to see how my perspective has changed from when we started the process to now, because there has been a lot that's happened in that time. And it's just from my own perspective, it's interesting to see like the evolution of how I've been feeling throughout the process. I feel like my brother and I, when we draw reference from a lot of different things, to be honest. I like a lot of different things. I really do think it's just like what we're inspired by at the time. And so it honestly has a lot of different things within it. I mean, we have songs that are more acoustic guitar based, and then there's like this song called Famous, which I'm really excited about, is very like not electronic, but it's not humanistic sounding. I feel like I can get away with trying different sonics because I think my voice and the style of my voice is a throughout between all of it. It's just fun to be able to experiment with different sounds and then have it not sound like wildly different because my voice is the consistency, My brother and I definitely, we have I say, we don't have to we're not like, okay, we have to go to the studio and lock the door and write for 3 hours and then we get the song. Like, it's not like that. We just write anywhere and everywhere. We usually start with a main lyric because I have to write backwards. It's like writing the punchline of a joke first. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't think about the build up to something if I don't know what I'm building up to. So we always start off with a main lyric and kind of like a feel for what we want the song to sound like, and then we write backwards from there, basically. So we write the hook first, and then I'm like, okay, I understand what the rest of the song should feel like, and then we go in and write the verses and whatnot. So that's generally how we do it. My brain can't think without a main lyric. I don't know. I don't understand it. We have. We always are. I was just writing a pre-chorus to a song last night. And then I was trying to think of a lyric for this production thing that my brother sent me. So, but I'm kind of stuck on it. I think I will have one. It honestly just takes a while of me being like, okay, what the fuck's the best? Like, I don't know, but Pinterest, I love Pinterest. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I would say at least that's a lot of pressure, but I would say the ones I'm most excited about right now, there's a song called Cry for You, which I just love the song. I would say Burning, this song called Burning, which I've teased recently, which I'm very excited about. And God, what else? I don't know what's on the album. I forget anything and everything. I'm like me looking at my Dropbox. And then there's a song called Good Girl, which I really like. So I feel like that's like a good mix of a lot of things. It's so odd, to be honest. I don't know if there's a way. It's like I feel like I spend so much time. I mean, literally my entire life is devoted to like it's like writing songs, and then eventually you get like these tiny moments where you're like, oh god, it's paying off, and like you get something, but it's like the best feeling in the world and also so scary because it's like you don't know when it's gonna happen again, so you're like, I really got to take this in because I don't know when the next time I'm ever gonna feel this is, and it's like 5 seconds, you know what I mean? It's so short. But it's the craziest feeling to know that there are that many people that care about something, you know. It's very validating, but I feel like I can't fully wrap myself up in it because if I listen to all the good comments and all of the positivity when it happens, then when there's also negativity, and I also have to listen to all of that, so it's like trying to maintain a balance of how much I kind of let it into my head. But it's very, very cool. It's kind of terrifying, low-key, but that's fine. I feel like I feel like it's just not that deep, you know? Like it's really not that deep. I get to write songs for a living. And I'm in Australia right now, like across the world because of some songs and melodies, and I think that that's the craziest thing to be able to do. And I'm like, I just try to keep my head down and keep going, and you know, like always keep myself securely feet on the ground because I don't ever want to become a person that takes this life for granted because it's crazy. No, literally, I saw this comment on TikTok that was like, and I started adding, and that's okay to the end of my sentences. And I'm like, that helps me a lot. I'm like, I mean, honestly, just the shows were so incredible. Genuinely. I mean, honestly, some of my favorite headline shows I ever played in my life. And it's really cool to be able to play venues that because I've opened for a lot of people before. And so now it's really, really cool to be able to sell out venues that I've like at the capacity that I've opened for people at. So like it's really weird. I'm like, why do you care? But but yeah, it's just the and meeting all the fans. Everyone's so nice here. It's weird. I'm like, be mean to me. I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, it's great. Lana Del Rey, The Neighborhood, and Melanie Martinez. Lana Del Rey, Billie Eilish. I don't know any of those artists. Melanie Martinez, any of the artists I just named. Crybaby, Melanie Martinez. I was going to say Euphoria, but that's a TV show, and that already has a soundtrack. I'm like, girl, don't trip, look over here. I'm like, okay, wait, I need to do this thing at this time. My brain is like, I'm like, oh, wait, I'm looking at people. There are people right in front of me, and I'm like, don't trip. Yeah, it's great. Miley Cyrus, she's cool as fuck. I love her. I think it was an Adele song. I think it was like Someone Like You by Adele, and I was like, wait, maybe I could do this for a little. I was like, because she was the first person who had a low voice, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Journey. I've been to a lot. I would say one of my favorites is 21 Pilots. Spice Girl. Emo Spice. I would say this is very wild, but I grew up in Annapolis, and so I always wanted to play the Navy Stadium. So one day, maybe. I've never done karaoke. Actually, I've done it once, and I sang "Good Luck, Babe," I think, and it was really horrible. Oh God, if Billie covered any of my songs, I just saw her live too here. And if she covered one of my songs, I think I'd pass away. That'd be it. I'd be like, I'm resigning. So I'm done. I would say Billie, definitely. I would say Ariana Grande. There's so many. I feel like I'm also giving you long-winded answers when you said rapid fire, but there's so many pop girls that I feel like are changing shit right now, and it's so cool to see. I would say the same thing I said before, is it's not that deep, and just keep going, because I think I tend to get like not easily, but I just be resilient, okay? Just keep going. I'm gonna go with a classic and say Twilight. I love the Twilight series. I read all of them, and you can never go wrong, in my opinion. They're just good. I don't know what popped into my head was the as the world caves in, because I think I just thought of the world ending, but that would be a really sad way to go out. I would say I would listen to the entirety of Teenage Dream by Katy Perry, because I'd want to hear it one more time before I went. California Girls, I just need to hear them. I mean, I always wanted to be a musician. I actually, that's a lie. I hated doing open mic nights. I would say I wanted to be Ariana Grande so bad as a kid, and I was like, I don't know, she just made me want to do it.